Morning, guys. Real nice day. I just started watering cows. Had to check them, so my water's filling. I'll go up the bin farm and check the stirrator. I hear it running in there. This is about, I think we're about 30 feet off the ground with this little platform. Not too overly high. Everything looks good in here. We're gonna the field's dry a little bit yesterday. BJ mowed corn stalks there with the 986, but I gotta grease the combine, check the oil on that, and fuel it up. But I will have to mark on the grain bin. Like, there's an old mark, and here's some marks that Dad put. You got to mark the level of the corn in the bin. That way, crop insurance can they'll measure up from the bottom of the bin, and then they will be able to figure out, based on the diameter of the bin, how many bushels are in there. So we got to keep that marked as close to accurate as we can. I'll have to mark it, and then we can just dump the next farm's corn in on top of it. As far as when it comes time to sell it, it doesn't matter. It all gets sold the same. We just got to mark them separate for the crop insurance adjuster. Well, the convoy's headed to the next farm, shell corn. They're on a shell. Gonna go to our one farm, and that's all gonna come back into the grain bin at the home farm, and then the next one, one load has to go to the feed store, and the rest will go to the elevator. Real nice day. It looks like it's gonna get cloudy as the day goes on. One thing about these hills, you don't know what's coming up over the other side of it. You gotta be ready. We don't take the corn head off to go down the road, because the corn head's not any wider than the combine, really. Isn't doing the best right now. It's pretty thin. If you look down between the rows, if you can see it, there is not much bean residue left from last year on this field. There's a creek right there behind the grain cart run out of this field. I think before and after it was planted, so there's some really thin spots out here. We got foxtail real bad around the outside. We're not even really full, but we're gonna unload. I got the ends run off, but you can look out there and see the thin spots. I got the heat on, so my windows are trying to fog up on me. But I'm sitting in a drown out spot right now, and then up along the creek it washed pretty bad, and there's some thin spots. But this is usually pretty good bottom ground, but it's definitely hurting this year. We're not, that doesn't surprise us. We knew we were going to have some ugly looking corn. And where there's corn, it's not too bad, but then there's places that are real thin. Here, we're on our second pass down along the creek, and you can see we got a lot of foxtail, and corn's pretty short. Man, we got a lot of ears coming in, but the first pass was real bad, but it gets worse as we go up. I should mention, I don't know how much recording I'll do in this field, because usually here the landowner brings his grandkids and they like to ride the equipment. We like that a lot too, so I probably won't record if I have them in here. Here's where the water's running across it real hard. And where the corn gets thin, I guess the foxtail comes in pretty heavy. But I haven't had an issue with it trying to wrap on the snapping holes today, which is good. There's pretty good. It's not a real sharp rut, but it's pretty wide and deep. It runs down along there. Alright guys, we got our first breakdown. The steering cylinder come unthreaded and we've got it up there, but the threads are messed up, so the landowner run up to his shop. He's gonna see if he's got a thread file so we can get it put back together. It will start, but it's going hard, so hopefully we can get that. Of course, it's kind of trying to rain on us while we're doing this. I pulled up here into this corner to back up and I couldn't turn. Well, 6 hours later, we are back to running. That cylinder unscrewing turned into quite the fiasco. I didn't record any of it because I had a lot of people here to help me, and I wasn't gonna let them do the work while I stood around holding the camera. I wish I could have got some of it on camera for you, but I'm not gonna make them do the work, so I can't hold the camera. But we tried starting it back in there, and of course the threads were screwed up. So then we got the tap and die kit and tried messing with it on the combine and couldn't get it, so we ended up taking the whole bracket and cylinder off. And the landowner here, he has a shop of his own. We took it up there and we put the cylinder in the vise. We had it going pretty good with getting threads cleaned up and cut back into it, but we still couldn't get the nut to go on very well, and the threads, they didn't look bad, but they weren't great. So we spent 2 hours doing all that. And then I remembered I have a friend over around Fort Laramie that said he's got a rear axle for a TR series combine. So I messaged him and he sold it to me for $100, so he had a spare axle. So I drove over to Fort Laramie to get that. We get it back here, and it turns out it was off of the TR88, not a 98. So the steering cylinder and everything was just a little bit smaller, so it wouldn't work. So finally, by that time, we said screw it, and we took the cylinder back to the shop, ground the bad threads off, screwed the ball joint on, and we welded it. Get another cylinder coming. We got Spollinger Combine Junkyard up in Bluffton, Ohio, that I'll get a hold of them and see if they happen to have one sitting up there. But we're gonna get this farm off tonight, and then we're gonna move up the road a little ways to the next farm. But that's all gotta go to town. It's Saturday evening, so once we get everything full, we won't be able to run until Monday. I'm gonna get off here because I got the landowner's grandkids are finally going to be able to ride with me. They was out here right when the combine went down on us, so they was kind of bummed out they didn't get to ride then. But we're going to get them in here tonight. Last 2 rows in the back of this field. Got some point rows to do up around the pond, but after that we'll be done. And looks like grain cart, when it's loaded, it's got the left tire on it's a little soft, and so I'll put there's only going to be about a dump on him, so he'll just run back to the farm with that dump on the cart and dump into the grain truck at the auger, and then DJ and him will get that tire aired up while I open up the next field. We've got a game plan, and that's what we're going to go with. No guarantee it won't change though. Show you guys something kind of cool. We're coming up below the pond here at this place, and we several years ago we got some old belts out of a grain lake. Use the buckets to make bolt bends out of, and I hope my lights lighted up enough. But we gave some to the landowner, and he made a water wheel for his pond out of it. Doesn't look like you'll be able to see it, so it turned out pretty cool. I should have got some video of it in the day. Well, we're done here. Derek will run that back to the farm with this partial combine dump on it, and him and DJ will do that tire. I gotta go about half a mile that way up the road to the next farm. Start shelling corn there, but all we gotta do there is load stuff tonight because it's going to the elevator. We got those extra strobes on top. We got them on both the 86 series, 275, and there's one on top of the combine too. I keep forgetting I need to fix the lights out on the end of the corn head so they flash. Nope, too many. Well guys, we're moved to the next farm. I run the ends off the south end of the field and going down along the road now. This is a dairy farm, or it was until the 90s. This is usually the best corn we run. And even it's not up to par this year. Ears are pretty small right along here. We've actually noticed a lot of head showing because some of the ears are, especially on the hilltops, will get down between the deck plates. I've got hydraulic deck plates on this corn head, and I've got them closed down as tight as I can get them, but we still lose a little bit, especially like right through here. But I imagine this will be some of our better corn yet this year. I think so far my corn has actually been the best we've been in. That last farm, it wasn't good. It will definitely be an insurance claim. But I'm gonna put this down for a little while. I've got some ruts coming up through here that sneak up on me. And I've
got the guy, the landowner from the place we were just at. He's going to come pick me up and take me back over there to get my truck, which is out in the field where the combine broke. Grain cart's back.
Been waiting about 15 minutes, nothing too bad.
This is the last pass of this field. I'm gonna see how full I get the cart, and if I gotta use a little more to fill this cart, I'll go run some ends off the other field. But it's, I don't know what time it is. It's 10:30 or so now, so we'll probably quit here before too long. Or I know we're quitting as soon as this cart's full. Corn ain't doing terrible for this year. Not near as good as it usually does here though. It's gonna be, it's probably doing 130, 140, figuring on what we've shelled off already. Still got some on. I think that'll be close enough to a load. Try not to open up fields after dark. I don't have to, especially along fences and woods, which the other one's got fence on one side and woods on the other. That's just asking for an issue, so that'll be it for the night. Well, that's enough for tonight. Here, I'll show you real quick. Here's where we ended up welding the
steering cylinder back in. We ground the threads down so it would slide in. We got started, and then we just put a tack on to hold it. I'll have to get a new one coming. Here's a combine axle I bought today that didn't work. If you guys want to know how brave the deer are around here, there's just one in the yard. We pulled in here to open the doors for the grain truck, and they come up from the woods and they actually eat corn out of the end of the auger. They come right up into the barnyard. I bet they go in the barns if the doors are left open. But we're gonna get the front shop doors open so DJ can run the grain truck in. It's got a couple holes in the tarp. They're just rub holes, and I don't think it's supposed to rain, but we're gonna put it in so just in case it does. Well guys, that'll be all for today's video. It's about 11 o'clock now. It's Saturday night, so we got everything loaded. It's all got to go down, so we're not going to be able to run anything tomorrow. There's nothing will be open to dump, but I may take you along. And that first field we shelled off tonight, we got to bale that corn fodder for the landowner, so might take 986 and bush hog over, and we might mow those stalks tomorrow. But other than that, I don't think we're gonna be able to do a whole lot tomorrow. So, I mean, might get a video of that. Can't say for sure if I'll do it or not. Kind of depends on what the weather's doing too. But I wanted to say, I wonder, got thinking. I was wondering if we can get the channel to 500 subscribers before the end of the year. It doesn't really matter to me, but I think it'd be cool if we could. If you like the videos, keep commenting. I enjoy reading the comments and talking to people. Subscribe, and if you know somebody else that might be interested in the videos or what you think would want to watch them, tell them about them. I'm not real sure how you spread the word about the channel too much, but I think it'd be neat if we get to 500 before the end of the year. So thanks for watching.